Right now, inside you, something is being eaten. By you. Not with your mouth, but on a scale 1,000,000 times smaller. Every single one of your cells contains machinery designed to digest parts of itself. This isn't a mistake or a disease, it's a fundamental process called autophagy, from the Greek for self-devouring. It is the ultimate biological recycling program, a form of cellular spring cleaning that runs continuously. It isn't chaos, it's a highly controlled and targeted demolition. Your cells are identifying specific components, a clump of misfolded proteins, a leaky mitochondrion, and marking them for destruction in order to reuse their most basic parts. How does a cell wrap up its own trash? It begins with a delicate, double-layered membrane that emerges seemingly from nowhere within the cytoplasm. This structure, an isolation membrane, begins to grow and curve like a cup, seeking out the designated cellular debris. It elongates and wraps around its target, completely engulfing it and sealing it off from the rest of the cell in a spherical package called an autophagosome. This tiny biological garbage bag then embarks on a journey toward the cell's recycling plant, a vesicle called the lysosome, which is filled with corrosive digestive enzymes. When they fuse, the inner membrane of the autophagosome and its contents are exposed to the acid bath, and everything inside is obliterated, reduced to amino acids and fatty acids, ready to build something new. This process is your body's most important quality control system. Cellular components have a shelf life. Over time, mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, can start to leak damaging reactive oxygen species. Proteins can misfold into sticky, dysfunctional shapes that clump together. These clumps, or aggregates, are a hallmark of neurodegenerative diseases. In the brains of people with Parkinson's disease, you find aggregates of a protein called alpha-synuclein. In Alzheimer's, it's amyloid beta and tau. Autophagy is the primary way your cells clear out these toxic accumulations. When this cleaning service slows down, the garbage piles up, disrupting cellular function and contributing to the pathology of these diseases and the general process of aging. But what happens when the cell is starving? What if you haven't eaten in a day? This is when autophagy shifts from a housekeeping role into a critical survival mechanism. In the absence of external nutrients, your cells dramatically ramp up self-digestion. They begin to consume non-essential parts of themselves, bulk cytoplasm, redundant proteins, to generate an internal source of fuel. The building blocks liberated by this process are funneled directly into metabolic pathways to create ATP, the energy currency of the cell. It's the ultimate act of resourcefulness. The cell literally eats itself to stay alive, sacrificing the redundant to power the essential until nutrients become available again. This ancient stress response is why practices like intermittent fasting are thought to have cellular benefits. This powerful survival tool, however, reveals a paradox. It has a dark side. While autophagy helps prevent healthy cells from becoming cancerous by clearing out damage, many cancer cells can hijack the process for their own sinister purposes. A tumor is a hostile environment with poor blood supply and low nutrient levels. To survive these harsh conditions, cancer cells can become addicted to autophagy, using it to fuel their relentless growth and resist treatments like chemotherapy. The very mechanism that protects your healthy cells can be co-opted by malignant ones to endure. This makes studying autophagy and cancer treatment a delicate balancing act. How do you shut it down in cancer cells without harming the healthy ones that depend on it? This system is not a recent evolutionary invention. The core autophagy genes are conserved across species, from single-celled yeast to you. It is an ancient program, honed over 1 billion years to deal with the constant threat of starvation. Our modern world, with its constant access to food, may have silenced this vital rhythm. The efficiency of this cellular cleaning crew naturally declines as we get older, which is a major factor in what we experience as aging. So, the quiet, continuous process of self-digestion happening inside you is not a flaw, it's a feature. It is the boundary between order and chaos, a constant, microscopic act of renewal that barters pieces of your past self for your immediate future.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.